Alright, good day, hi, and welcome. Hey, we got a Tesla. I forget what company he works for there, but I see him all the time. So I saw a Tesla towing, I can't remember if it was a four-wheeler or whatever. Is that a squeak toy or a dog? Anyway, he's barking at me anyway. Got a chicken clucking. That's one thing I noticed about the meat birds is they don't do that. Do that like that. The regular laying hens do that, but the meat birds didn't do that. They just like attacked each other, kicked each other in the head. They were actually quite violent birds when you think about it. Yeah. Got a big old truck coming. Here, I'll get him. Oh, hydro poles. I was gonna say that was usually that wasn't like log truck. You know what I mean? You got an overground truck pulling logs, but they weren't. They were hydro poles. Yeah. It just didn't look right. Mr. Gee. Yeah, there's my fence. Gonna finish that next spring. Got it. Well, I got three more fences here to do. Hopefully I get them all done next year. And after that, I never want to see a fence hole, post hole digger again in my life. Well, it depends. Like if it's hard rock and ground and roots, then no. But if it's just like beach sand or something, yeah, sure, why not? It was a big job, that. Very big job. I can imagine the guys back in the day, like with 40,000 acres, that type of thing, 10,000 acres. That must have took them a lifetime to put in all those freaking posts. You know, like it had to be generational. But you'd probably have like 100 guys at a time. You know, there's a kitty cat in the middle of the field there. Probably had 100 guys at a time. You know, if you had to put in like 2,000 fence posts, that would take a long time for one guy for sure. Especially if you had to take care of the farm. Cat in the middle of the field there. Oh, I know which cat that is. That's a really nice cat. She goes sleeps in all the planters over at the in the greenhouse there. You go in there and there she is, just kind of like chilling out. You know, pretty friendly little cat. So. That's where I saw that great little gray cat that looked like a zoo there. Right at my friend Amanda's there. He was at the bottom of the ladder while I was chainsawing. Hey, what's up? Just all curious. So I'm gonna go home and keep working on decluttering my life. Today I was going through some of my fishing gear that I'm gonna get rid of. There's so much junk. Like, you own thousands and thousands of little things. Maybe not. I don't own a lot of big things. The biggest things I own are vehicles and the sailboat. Sailboat's the largest object I own, right? And then it's all my 4 broken trucks and my broken motorcycle. And after that, it's like the drum kit, the Mesa Boogie, and everything from there shrinks right down, to like musical instruments and stuff like that. And yeah, that's the biggest stuff I own, right? Which, if it was just that big stuff, it's really not that much. Easy to manage, right? But then you got all this paper. Like, where does all the paper come? Like, I got, like, receipts from, like, 20 years ago. I'm like, why do I still have this? You know? Like, if it's a guitar or something, I'll keep the receipt because it's, like, it's neat to know exactly what I paid for something way back then. Like, for example, I found a receipt from Relics medieval store where you can buy medieval swords and stuff like that, but you could also buy modern combat knives and cutlery and stuff like that. And I was looking at the price of K-bars, I think from 2010 and stuff like that. So I got 2 K-bars and 2 swords, and a sword, and the archer sword on that one. And I was looking at the prices. All that stuff is like triple the price now. It's amazing how much it costs. Like, I love me a good knife, but I can't buy any more knives. Like from a collector, yeah. But from, am I going to use it? No. I've got my trapping knives. I've got my, you know, my fish filleting knives. I've got so many combat knives, you know, and I do use all my knives. I do. That little SOG seal pup is a great little knife. It's fantastic. I use that one on the chickens. And then of course there's my pet knife Binky the K-Bar. That knife, really, man, the amount of abuse I did with that knife. You know, see, here's the turtle shell still there. The beavers, at this point, I'm gonna just let the beavers take that tree down, and then I'll contact my because that way, if it falls and it hits the power line, Hydro has to deal with it, not her. So yeah, same like with these ones. Like these ones, I can't cut these ones. I don't have, like, you need a basket to cut these things. See, Hydro's cut these trees before, you know, like they should have cut them right down to stumps, you know, or low enough that I could follow the rest of it, eh? So, but with Hydro, because they have so many trees to do, what they do is they you know, just cut whatever's necessary. Like you see some of these tops here, anything that's going to touch the line, anything else they don't leave it, right? They just leave it, eh? So you can see like that, got to twist my arm the oddball way, that tree straight ahead there. That way you can see they took all the tops off that. So they don't follow the tree, they go along in the basket or whatever, or if it's the machine, it just goes along. I've never seen the helicopter with the blades below it, trimming, like flying down the highway, trimming all the highway stuff. That I want to see. Like that is like, that would be like the coolest job. You're flying around with 5 large skill saw like blades, knocking branches off of trees, and you're flying beside the Hydro line. Like, how dangerous is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, epic. And yet there's somebody, you know, somebody, not that they're even willing to do it. It's not, it's beyond that. It's like they're enjoying it. You know, it's like, oh yeah, like I get to fly around with like, you know, basically tree chop saws on the bottom of the helicopter. Like there's a rotor on top, there's a rotor on back, and there's 5 underneath. Yeah, so even if you crash, you still cut down the tree no matter what. You know what I mean? It's like you win. You might die, but you still win. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, I gotta go home, keep cleaning up my stuff. Probably take me a few more days. Basically, it comes down to 3 rooms that I gotta clean up. The basement, my side of the basement, my room down there, and then of course my music room. And I'm gonna go through old clothes. Anything I can get rid of, I'm just gonna get rid of it. My uncle, he had a good saying: if you got something for more than 3 years and you don't use it, sell it, give it away, burn it, do something with it. Just do something with it. You know what I mean? And there's so much stuff that I have. Like, the problem is I have a lot of good stuff that I just don't want to give away because it's like I paid a lot for it, right? So that stuff I want to keep, but the stuff that's just like junk, you know, oh, I'm gonna fix this, I'm gonna fix that, just get rid of it. you know, if you get something, fix it, then get something else. You know, I used to do that with model airplanes and model cars and stuff like that. I get so many of them built up, and then it's like never get around to it. And then you get overwhelmed by it. Eh? But then I remember one point, it's like, okay, I'm going into production mode. It was you know, around this time of the season, I started building like a model airplane a day between every. I did a Mitsubishi Zero in 8 hours, painted it and everything. It looked good. It looked really good. I did the airbrush and all that, and you know, so I was doing all these things, and I got them all done, and then I never bought any more after that. It's like, okay, you know, because you just end up hanging on to stuff, right? So I've only got 3 model kits left, and that's the Avro Aero and the 2 CF100s, which I do eventually want to build those. But anyway,